Welcome back to Bernama Today. I now have with me in-house with us Puan Wan Salwani Wan Yusoff, who is the CEO of Lebuhraya Kajang and Seremban Sendirian Berhad, speaking to us about a very exciting and upcoming event for the highway ride, which is LEKAS 2016. Welcome to studio, Puan Wan.
Hello.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the LEKAS highway itself, Puan, before we start off about the event.
Okay, LEKAS Highway, known as Lebuhraya Kajang Seremban, actually, is a 44.3 kilometer length, and it starts from south of Kajang, or we call it Kajang Selatan, in Selangor State, and it's travel to the end Paroi in Negeri Sembilan.
Right.
And it passed through a few places along the way. So you can go to Semenyih from LEKAS, and you can go to Pajam. We have a mountain exit as well. Setol and Ampangan. You can go to Jelebu, and that's also the best route to go to Seremban if you are coming from Cheras yourself, and also from MR2.
Right, so actually it's a very, very big transit point for most people going inward.
Correct, and it's a dual tree highway actually.
Right, what does that mean in simpler terms?
That means one bound you have 3 lanes, and another bound another 3 lanes.
Okay,
so it's 6 lanes in total, and it can bring you from Kajang to Paro very fast.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have started the operation. That means the highway was fully completed since 2010.
I see. Right.
So it's almost 6 years already now, the highway actually.
Right, right. Okay. And now I hear that there is an upcoming event, which is a LEKAS Highway Event 2016. But before we get started about it, let's check out a quick video about the entire event itself, and then we can speak more in detail.
All right.
Okay. All right, so there you go. So that was the video introducing about the highway ride on LEKAS 2016.
Correct.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about LEKAS's roles within this event itself, Puan Wan?
Okay, for this RSB Shimano Highway Rides at LEKAS for 2016, we are the venue sponsors. That means the event will be held at the LEKAS Highway. Then for the event, for this event, we have to do a full road closure.
I see.
That
Understood.
Yes, all the cyclists can ride on the highway without worry about the cars or the vehicles, and it's very, very safe for the rides. And what we have to do in order to get the road closure, we have to get approval from Ministry of Work, Malaysia Highway Authority, and even the police. So our role is to get all this approval so that the cycling can be done at our highway.
Right, right. So everything goes smoothly and without a hitch.
Correct.
Right. Now, how many highway riders are anticipated to be coming for this event, Juan?
For this year, we target to get 3,000 participants that will join this event. Yes, and this is actually our 3rd time doing this cycling.
Right.
We have done this 2013 and 2014. And every year it keeps on increasing, the number of participants.
Getting bigger and bigger, which is good news. I mean, I think also hobby cycling has become more and more popular.
I think it's the cycling is in now, right? I think everybody, try to get into that now.
That's good, that's good. And it's also something which I think the riders would enjoy as a very different sort of experience, because I don't think it's often they get to ride on the highway itself.
It's not all the time that you get to ride on the highway with a full closure,
Right.
That we stop all the cars from coming in, then you can ride,
Exactly.
safely, yeah.
So that must take a massive operational scale of coordination as well as informing the public. So how does LEKAS go about doing all of this?
Okay, for this highway, because it's closed, so we already identify the alternative route for the users to go from one place to another place during the closure time.
I see.
So we have identified the route. Then we will disseminate the information earlier to the users which route to take, advise them probably from the media, the mass media, and we also have a Twitter, Facebook to inform them about the information as well. And we will also display on the wearable message sign.
Yes, the electronic sign.
Yes, electronic sign where they should go about from one place to another place.
Right.
So that will make it easier for everybody.
Exactly. So in real time, it should be quite easy for the people who are using the highway generally to be informed. So we're playing some slides of, I would think, the previous year's races. So that's the start-off flagging point, and as we can see, there were a large number of participants, definitely. Now, a very interesting feature about the race, I think so far it has been held during the daytime, as one would expect, a normal cycling race. I mean, we're very used to all our big cycling events like the Tour de Langkawi and etc. happening during the broad daylight. Now, there are some pictures of the participants, and something very interesting about this year's LEKAS 2016 Highway Ride event is that it will be held at the night time, Puan Wan.
Yes, that's correct. For year 2013 and 2014, we held this cycling daytime. That means early in the morning until afternoon. But this year we will do it slightly different.
Yes,
we want to hold it at night. The reason why, because we just completed installing LED lighting the whole stretch of highway. Last 1st February, it's already been officiated on the completion of this installation of lighting by Yang Amat Berhormat Menteri Besar Negeri Sembilan, together with our Minister of Work, which is represented by Deputy Minister on that day. So due to that, we want the participants to experience the night ride at LEKAS,
to enjoy the
fully
LED
lighted highway.
And
then with I think at night it should be a better weather. It's cooling.
Yes, hopefully as well.
So they will enjoy better, I think, for the cycling at night.
Right. As for our viewers, that's what the sign says. If you might be wondering, it is at 8:15 p.m. That is not a typo. It is actually at 8:15 p.m. So it's a night ride meant specifically so the cyclists can enjoy the LED lighting along the entire highway. Right. So, Puan Wan, tell us a little bit more in detail. How many junctions will be involved in the road closure of the highway stretch to facilitate the race?
Okay, for LEKAS Highway, we have 7 main junctions that we have to close.
I see.
But because it's north and southbound, so that will be a total of 14 junctions that we have to close.
Right.
So this we will get help from the police, and all this junction will be made by our own team, because I think we know better about the traffic management scheme and how to do the work. But definitely we would like to thank the police also, because they will definitely need to help us
be on the
control
standby as well. Right. So now for the race itself, Puan Wan, what would the distance be from starting point till the finishing line?
Okay, we have a few, two categories actually.
Okay,
The distance, 78 kilometers
78,
and 102 kilometers.
Oh wow, okay.
Then we have also a few category, the men, women open. We have a veteran as well.
Right.
We have a junior categories.
I see. So
and
age-based
we have
categories.
Kid as well.
Kid as well, right.
Kid,
so kids category?
It's like a first time we are doing this year for kid category.
Right, right.
Which age from 7 to 15.
Okay, right.
So I think that will be fun for them.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Was there any demand for the kid category in previous years that inspired you to have it this year?
Yeah, we heard that the kids. I think the parents probably want the kids also to participate. So this year we give the opportunity for them to come and ride in LEKAS.
I see, right. Now for the RHB Shimano LEKAS Highway Race, is there any particular specification for the bikes themselves, Puan Wan?
No, you can ride a road bike or mountain bike as long as it's a bike. I don't think there's any restriction on any bike. But of course, to help you, to cycle along the stretch, because there's a certain area a bit challenging, because we have the King of Mountain, quite high
slopes,
so you have to have a better bike to make sure that you can complete the race.
I see. So it does help.
Yes, it will help actually.
And basically, for the more competitive cyclists out there, what would be one of the main draws of this highway race on LEKAS?
LEKAS, from beginning to end, is a 44.3 kilometer stretch, and along the way there's one area we always call it King of Mountain stretch.
Right, yes, as you were mentioning,
where it is about 202 meters from the sea level.
Wow.
So it will be
it's
like you can test your endurance,
I'm sure.
So this, I think, for those who are pro in this cycling, that will be very challenging. And something that they need to test their endurance, something that will be better, because it's a challenging ride actually. It's not just a flat ground. And I think the view also, LEKAS, because it's a green area, that will be fantastic, I think.
Wow, okay. So everything going together, I think it's going to look very, very interesting overall.
Yes.
So there you go. For all the cyclists out there, you could be a competitive cyclist, you could even be somebody out there just to do it for the fun of it. But the King of the Mountains, I think that slot or that arena is definitely reserved for the pro cyclists.
Yes.
That's right. So just check out the slide that we are playing on the screen if you want any more information about the Shimano RHB Highway Ride happening in LEKAS. Now, it is happening on the 30th of April 2016, which is roughly almost exactly 2 months away, 8:15 p.m. A night race, which is the biggest attraction for this year. And the venue, of course, is the Kajang Selatan Toll Plaza at the LEKAS Highway. Right. Okay, now Puan Wan, to get back to the nitty-gritty about the race details, riders or enthusiasts, how can they register for this, or is it on a first-come, first-served basis? How does it work? Okay,
we have started or launched the publicity for this, promotion for this, since 6 February. Those who want to participate can go to this www.gosports.my, which is our event manager actually for this program.
For this race.
And they can register online. The early bird now will end until 6th of March. So if they want to get a better rate to join this race, they can register now until 6th of March.
Okay, right. And what are the early bird rates themselves?
It will be 20 ringgit cheaper.
Okay, right.
I think for 102 kilometers, it's about 170 ringgit.
Right, okay.
And early bird will get 150.
I see,
and for 78 kilometers is 150, and you get 160, then you get a 20 ringgit discount for early bird.
Right, okay, so there you have it, 20 ringgit discount for early birds till early March. So make sure you go ahead and you make sure you register so that you don't miss out on a spot.
And for probably I would like to add about the junior category.
Yes.
We have IGM Land Berhad, which is part of our group as well, sponsoring for the first 100 numbers of participants. They want to join for junior category.
Right, just for the juniors. Okay.
And for kids, actually our group, IGM Corporation Berhad, sponsoring 500 packs for that.
So there will definitely be at least 500 children participating in the race. My goodness, that should be very exciting, especially because it's at night. Very true, very true. Now, for the children who will be cycling, is it expected that parents will accompany them, or they are riding independently?
I think for those quite young, like probably 7 to 12, maybe we can have one chaperone that can accompany them. But I think above 12, probably they don't need the parents to accompany them.
Perhaps, that's right. Okay, so there you go. So for parents, and especially those who are cycling enthusiasts with children following in their footsteps, this sounds like the perfect weeknight family activity as well. Right.
I think this program more not just like a competitive, it's a racing. It's like everybody can have fun.
Exactly. That's
then
right.
You can go have a fun ride as well.
Come out, enjoy the fresh air at the night as well.
Yes.
Right. So it sounds like a wonderful as well as a very challenging endeavor for all of yourself and your staff to take on. Any last words before we leave, Puan Wan?
Yeah, for those that is going to participate for this upcoming race, we want them to enjoy the race very well, and of course they can cycling there with a peace of mind without worry about the safety, the cars coming in and out from there. And of course we want them to enjoy, and we will close the road actually earlier. So we want them to also ready for the race. Come earlier,
mix around with people.
Because if our race start at 8:15, by 5 in the evening, we already closed the road.
Right. Okay. So there you go. So thank you so much for your time today, Puan Wan. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. All the best with the show.
All right.
Right. So there you go. This was Puan Wan Salwani Wan Yusoff, Chief Operating Officer of Lebuhraya Kajang Seremban Sendirian Berhad, and this has been all about the Highway Ride at LEKAS 2016. Thank you for joining us here on Bernama Today and